Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Welcome to For the Love. I'm so happy that you're here. Amy's off today, and she's going to be bummed that she missed this interview, to be honest. This is a fun interview. This is the lucky part of my job when I sometimes get to sit across from somebody who is so effervescent and sparkling and funny and vibrant. And I'm just like, I'm really glad I know this person. This is how I feel about my guest today. I've got Katie Sturino here today. So Katie and I met about exactly a year ago because I'm not trying to like brag, but we were both on the Oprah Special. God. Just, it is what it is. I'm just dropping that name in there. And that is when we met. And I had paid attention to Katie as we were preparing for that special because she was onboarded for this discussion around like body image and weight loss and all of this because of her work in the world. And Oprah invited her. And I was just so glad that I met her. So I immediately, first of all, introduced myself and made sure that I got to know her, and then I've been following her for a year. So I've been saying I wanted her on the show ever since. She's just a really special person. She's got really fun and bold fashion choices. Those of you who follow her know this. She's got like such a fun like fashion angle to her work. She's very honest and very joyful, and she's inspired so many women to rethink how we see our bodies and how we see ourselves. And she has an incredible company called Megababe. She's the founder. I really just gave her a speech at the beginning of this interview about how much Megababe finally and only delivered me from my deodorant trauma. If you know, you know. I had one solution. I tried everything that exists. I do not need an email. I tried everything that exists. Nothing worked except for Megababe. So anyway, she got an earful about that for sure. She is the creator of the very viral Supersize the Look series. So that's on her Instagram, which is really fun. Like she pulls a super cool outfit from some celebrity and then she recreates it and puts them side by side, and it's awesome. And her first book, Body Talk, was a memoir, but she has now written a brand new novel. So she is a first-time novelist. Her book is called Sunny Side Up. It is a joy. It's a joyride. It's absolutely delightful. You'll want to read it, finish it immediately, and pass it to your best friend. It's that kind of book. And so I'm so excited to talk to her about her work, her company, becoming a fiction writer, what it means to be Katie Sturino in the world right now. And you're going to just love this conversation from beginning to end. She is easy and fun and awesome and smart. So having said that, help me welcome Katie Sturino to the show. Katie, hi. Finally, God. Welcome to the show.
It's been a long time coming. I can't wait to catch up.
Same. Hey, you remember that time we were on Oprah?
I think about it like, I don't know, twice a day, every day.
I want to talk to you about that for a second because we were on an Oprah Special together in New York, and there were other people there who were like, okay, this is the thing. I'm talking about the thing that I do, and I'm casual, or I'm calm at least. And I did not feel that way. I felt like all my neurons were on fire, and Oprah walked in the room and I was like, holy shit. Like, I don't know how I appeared, but I did not feel calm like everybody else was acting.
No, I was not calm at all.
Yeah.
I actually, when she walked in the room for the first time backstage, I physically ran to the other side of the room because I'm serious, because I couldn't handle it for like you said, your whole nervous system was like, woo.
Yeah.
And I had to remove myself for a second, breathe, and come back.
Yes.
Because it was too crazy.
It was too crazy. Oprah raised me. She was like my mother.
Yes.
And so I just, in the flesh, I was standing next to a stranger. I didn't know anybody there.
Wow.
or maybe one or
That's
two people. I was standing next to a
that's scary.
stranger and Oprah walks
Yeah.
in and I just grabbed this stranger's arm like a vice grip. That felt so intrusive in recollection. I'm like, that was her body and not her choice. But I was like, vice grip. Like, I just need to
Yeah.
touch another human body so
But
that,
everyone gets it.
yeah,
Like, that's the thing, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
God.
Wasn't that awesome? You did so great on
You
that
did.
series.
Thank you.
You just did great. And I told people that damn thing it was 3.5 hours long, no breaks.
No
And
breaks.
not a person in that room got up to leave. 3.5 hours, nobody went to the bathroom. Like nobody did any, we were locked in to that conversation. It
No.
was like, oh, I won't forget it. That's for sure.
Yes. Yes. Not not a pee break is really that shows you that people were like ready to be there,
I mean, truly, like if you need another
you know?
metric, I don't have a better one.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anyway, I just will always have that. Like we'll always have that time
Yeah.
that did you like, I'm sorry. This is my last question, then we're going to move on. Did you,
I'll talk about it all day.
did you emergency buy
Or
something to wear like I did?
oh,
Or
it's
did you
so
pull
funny.
something out?
No, so I would thought you were gonna ask, did you like frame anything from the night? Which I have had in like an envelope to frame and I haven't framed anything.
Okay. All right. That was
I
a
don't know
good
if
question. I
yeah.
have her card that she sent to all of us in a frame, and I'm
Yes.
sorry to say it. I'm sorry to admit that, but
It it's just that you got to the framer before I have gotten to the
that's
framer. Mine
okay.
is getting framed
Okay,
because
great.
Oprah can if Oprah like addresses you,
Right. Right.
yeah.
Like there was our name on the card. I'm like, well, I'm keeping this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's for me. Thanks.
No, it was more a fashion question because you looked amazing. And I'm like, surely she did not pull that out of the back of her closet.
Do you want to know
Yeah, I
that
do.
I did?
You did? God, I'm so
Because
mad at you. It's because you're good at fashion.
well, I have to tell you that I got a new suit, I got a lilac suit, and they were like, and I was like, for no reason, just because this is how I am. I was like, just wanted to show you what I'm wearing. And they were like, oh,
Oh,
no,
you're this.
she's wearing like
That's
a
right.
pink or purplish suit,
That's
too close to the
right.
color, change.
Oh
So
my God.
I did go into my closet and got like a suit I had worn before, which didn't feel as special
Mm,
because I wanted it to be new.
mhm,
But I wore that. And then do you know that Tressie
mhm.
was in my exact suit, the same exact pink suit, but she did not. She was smart enough not to ask for like permission for
Right,
what to wear.
exactly. She's like, I will twin with Oprah if I want to.
Yes. And
So,
and she looked amazing.
no, she
But no,
sure did.
I was in my blue.
No, you looked amazing. Tressie was just on the show a couple weeks ago too. I just gathered friends from the
Yeah.
Oprah special, and I'm like,
Yeah.
let's know each other.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to know you, and I'm so happy to follow you online. I met you through that special, like just and all the hubbub that had like built up to that special, of course.
Mhm.
And I've been following you ever since. And there's so many things that I want to talk to you about today. Obviously, your book coming out. That's so fun.
It is really
It's
fun.
so fun. But before we get into it, okay, I'm sorry. You know what? I have all these questions in my head and they're competing. They're like, me, me, me. Okay. For my listeners, first of all, let me just be a good podcaster who are meeting you for the first time, maybe. Can you just give us a bit of the story arc? I'm Katie. This is my deal.
Yeah. I'm Katie Sturino. So I do a lot of things which can be confusing for
Hmm.
people, but what you really need to know is the core of everything I do is to help women feel good about themselves. And I do that by showing up online and, showing my body in the way that it is today. And I wear swimsuits and I'm in my underwear and I'm just trying to tell people that you can be happy today in your body.
Totally.
Um, and then I also have a line called Megababe, which aims to keep women feel, excuse me, which aims to keep women feeling comfortable with thigh chafe solutions, boob sweat powder. We talk about the things that people don't talk about because it's pretty normal.
Sure.
We make a hemorrhoid cream. We just try to get those in the dark conversations
Sure.
out loud. And then now I have written my first fiction book.
Yeah.
it's a rom-com called Sunny Side Up,
Yeah.
and it's coming out June 24th. There it is.
What a
It's
cover.
so fun and
Oh, it's
cute.
so cute. Oh my God, it's darling.
Yeah,
It's
that's really
absolutely
cute.
pick upable. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. That is
It's
so, and it's the same energy that goes
uh-huh.
into that book, which is just it's a
Yeah.
book that is fun and it's meant to inspire anyone who's gone through a breakup, a divorce,
Yeah.
who's felt really low in their life. It's funny. It's not a tearjerker. It's just a good time.
You're a good time. It's funny because you're funny. It's a good time because you're a good time. And we're going to talk about it. But not before we talk about this, because I need you to know something.
Oh,
I need you to hear me, and I need you to hear me clear. You cannot understand the long, devastating deodorant road I have been on. You can't know it. I think I've probably DM'd you about this. I'm sure I've messaged you. Like, there's no words. You don't say it. I've tried it. It's full rash. It's full breakout,
mm,
hives,
mm,
itch,
wow.
and without, and then I still stink. Just
Mm.
so not only am I itchy, I'm stinky. Done it
Oh,
all. Done it all. Everybody in the whole world has said, and this, and then try this. I did. I bought them all. I spent $1 million. $1 million. And finally could not find a single thing that would conquer any of it. So I just gave up. And I'm like, I guess I stink. That's who I am now. I'm a person who will just mildly stink until, I swear to God, I got Megababe last year. And I put this on the internet. I don't know if I tagged you or not. I can't remember. I had used it for 1 week. I'd stopped sweating. I
oh,
smelled delicious.
wow.
And at the 1 week mark, I was like, internet, it's too soon for me to say I have solved it, but I am very close. And what I want to tell you, these are just my home deodorants. I have them in my
Wow.
travel bag. I have them in my purse. I have backup deodorants lest I ever run out. You did
It
it.
makes me so happy. It makes me so happy to hear this. I
You
can't believe
did
we
it.
solved I can't like I think I wonder if you were getting a rash. I wonder if it was baking soda because that's so common in so
Maybe.
many natural deodorants. But like I'm thrilled that you love us. Really. Like,
It's more
I'm
than I
so
love
happy.
you. I am obsessed. I want to be your brand ambassador. I want to be your model. I talk about this literally all
Great.
the time. My people are
Great.
all like, enough. I'm like, no, I
Great.
won't. I won't enough. I won't enough.
Great.
Everybody,
We need you. We need that voice
I,
because we're still a little company and we compete with all the big guys who make
yeah,
deodorant.
yeah,
So we need that.
yeah.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
had my business team come to me because run a podcast. We run on advertisements, and that's how
Yeah.
podcasts work, with an advertisement opportunity for another sort of natural, a very big, natural,
Mm,
sort of better
mm,
kind of deodorant than the ones that,
mm.
like Secret. And I said no. And the reason I said no was because I would be lying. I would be lying. I'm like, no, I'll be lying.
Love
It's
you,
Mega Babe for me. This
Jen.
is it. This is how I go to the grave. Anyway,
Oh man. I gotta see if we can scrape some budget together to get
you
on
don't
your
need
pod.
to. You've given
Oh,
me everything I ever wanted, which was
oh,
armpits that smell delicious like a beach and don't sweat through my clothes. That's all I want from you. Thank you.
makes me so happy.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Oh,
Before we get into Sunny Side Up, I'd like to hear, because you're so interesting, and it's always interesting to talk to a fascinating person who's multi-hyphenated. Just
mm,
that you have all these different gears that are pretty high octane, but they're different from each other.
yeah.
So, did you was is the lead foot of your race business? Like, did you always know I'm going to run a company? I'm going to be like a boss. I'm going to be a CEO. I'm an entrepreneur. Was that your first step?
That is a really good question. And I would have to say I lead with solution. Is that it? Solution, something
Mm,
different. I guess that is the thing that's consistent for me is that I'm always I mean, I love business. I love talking to people about the businesses they want to start, the businesses that they're running.
mm,
But really, if you look back at the things I've done, it's just I think it's that I like solving problems. Yeah,
hmm.
that's it.
Is that how Megababe
Yes.
came
Yeah.
about? Because you had your own problem and you're like, I guess I'll solve it for
Because the
myself?
beauty industry was really like, this isn't a beauty product. No one really has this problem. No one has chafe. Like, you should lose some weight.
Jeez.
Everyone has a thigh gap. Like, that was the
Oh,
messaging around chafe when we started, and like up till about like 4 years ago, really, when
yeah.
we started getting knocked off. So,
That's that's so interesting. And it's interesting that you have been a part of a pretty strong cultural movement of a new
yeah.
conversation. And it's really, it must feel exciting, or maybe I'm just projecting, to sort of be at the tip of that spear. I'm curious what it has been like for you, because I mean, like, patriarchal narratives don't fall without someone taking a wood chipper to them, right? They're there for a reason, because they serve
Yes.
other people.
Yeah.
So there's been this messaging toward women forever because it serves men,
Mhm.
you know, and it serves the bottom line. It's
Yes.
expensive to chase that beauty standard. And so I'm curious what it's been like for you to be a leading voice in this conversation around just body confidence and, you know, like, body wholeness, body positivity. Because there are certain really big systems that don't care for it,
Oh,
right? Have you had some resistance?
yes, I do. And what I find so interesting about what you just said is those patriarchal systems serve people, and they serve very powerful people. And I find it so interesting to watch different women uphold the systems. So, for example, I'm running an advertisement right now for our thigh chafe stick
Hmm.
on TV, and I get emails every day from women telling me that it's unladylike to apply in public, that this is disgusting, that
Wow.
I should just lose weight. So it's not men emailing
Jeez.
me, it's women policing
Yeah.
that message, because they're like, that's not what we're supposed to do. And I didn't work so hard and put myself through all these painful issues so that I could sit here and just get rid of it. They want to stay there because that's what they've already invested into.
That is so sobering and not surprising.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we've been on the receiving end of that message for so long that is at this point certainly internalized. And so
Yes.
we get to end up doing a lot of the dirty work when we just turn on one another. You know,
Hmm.
like, oh, good,
Yeah.
we'll fight it out down here,
Yeah.
and all those systems get to stay intact.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah, 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 of
We
course.
love turning on a woman online. We
God,
love it.
it's so
It's like everything from Meghan Markle dancing
oh my God.
in
Right.
her birthing room, and Blake Lively, and we just love turning on women.
God,
It's
it's
like
so
sport.
real. It is a
Yeah.
sport. And the
Hmm.
pile on um includes a lot of women.
Yeah.
And so you at least, you read, you come across, you seem, and you sound so sturdy and confident, and you just have a real, what seems to me, a pretty unshakable core. I'm curious if you're like that, or if you've
Mm.
learned to be like that, because it's not normal to be on the receiving end of the amount of criticism that the internet
Yeah.
makes possible. That's
Yeah.
not normal. We're not built for it.
No.
We're not
No.
built for this many strangers to have
No.
this many mean things to say to us anonymously about our
Yeah.
bodies, our life, our work, our personality, our hair, our teeth, our boobs, our ass, all of it. So
Yeah.
knowing that we're not, I'm just curious what you've put into place to manage your kind of message in a world that's like not here for it.
So what's so interesting to me is I am, like you said, I'm grounded and sturdy in the messaging of my body.
Hmm.
So you can say I've got cellulite, I'm fat, like whatever it is. And I think I've gotten to the place where I've built up the thickest skin about that messaging,
Mm,
because I know that that's my big important message. If you were to come for my business,
mm.
I mean, I could cry right now.
Oh,
I have tons of weak spots. It's just
mm,
they're not the ones that are consistently poked at.
I see.
And I think I have a lot of sensitivity around
Mm,
other things. I'm a very sensitive person.
mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We have places that bruise easily and other places that are
Yes.
calloused.
Yes. Yes.
I just, God help us if they figure out the tender spaces, because people are so insanely mean.
Yes. And I think also running a business, like, I don't have like I don't have the MBA. Like I didn't have I feel like most businesses that are dreamed up are done in like a Harvard,
I
like
see.
think tank. And I don't have that. So that's another thing that I feel insecure about. Because whenever I'm up on panels or like in a room full of similar founders, their stories have like a really specific ladder, and I'm like in my parents' garage,
Yeah.
it's different.
Oh God, I love that story. I love your story. Most people will love your story. But I understand how that sense of imposter syndrome has a very specific business version of itself.
Yes. Yes. And I get to experience it now with my book too.
Let's talk about it. That I know about. That I know about. Okay, let's go back a hair, because you're busy enough. You had enough jobs. Had enough going on. You're running a whole company. You're managing staff. You're already pretty like up to the eyeballs. And so let's talk about what it was in you that was like, you know what I like to do? Be a novelist.
Yeah.
Let's add that whole job. It's a whole job. A whole job people do for a career.
Yes.
I'd like to add that on top of the
Yes.
one that I already have. I'm not going to quit I'm going to just.
No.
So you obviously must love books and reading, clearly, and writing.
Yes, I do.
So let's go back and talk about the origin story of Sunny Side Up.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I love reading. I love books. I read, I will say, for my audio listeners or readers out there, I read with my ears.
Yeah.
So I'm mostly, that's how I get so many books read, because I can't sit down and read.
It's just while you're going.
Yep. Too big. Toss it on. Let's go. And I went through a divorce almost 10 years ago that was very hard for me. And during that time of like, probably the lowest in my life so far, I looked for movies and television and books to pick me up or inspire me, or show me a character that I can like watch and cry and identify with. And what I kept finding in all of the things that I was going to was a real theme around the body makeover. She's going to the gym. She's she's getting new clothes. Like, she wasn't good enough before, and she's going to upgrade herself.
Totally.
And I wanted to put a character out there that was good enough at the start and stays the same. The only thing that grows at the end is her relationship with herself and the way she sees her body and her life and like what she deserves. And I think that is a special way of presenting a story, especially with a character that is plus size, because a lot of the plus size romance novels out there, you stay in the bad thoughts for so long, and they kind of stay with you. And maybe she's going to learn the lesson, but she's always going to be like pinching a roll, or it stays with you the whole time. And I wanted to have her find her peace so that people could like see that roadmap and be like, yeah, I'm going to go through this process like Sunny Green,
That's so great. Obviously, Sunny has some comparisons to the author.
She does.
Where does like Katie and Sunny begins? Like, what there's so many obvious similarities between your story. It's not an autobiography though. So what is different about Sunny than you, for example?
A lot. Well, the book is totally fiction.
Sure.
I think my first draft of that book was just my life, and then as I was reading through that first draft, I was like, this isn't that fun. I don't really want to like be in this draft. And so we bulldozed that and started over with like, we have the character we love who is successful, and she's a business person and I'm a business person. She's a dog owner. And she's kind of lost herself a bit, and I had lost myself a bit. But Sunny's personality is different from my personality in a lot of ways, and the story is very different from my story. So like she's just much more, I don't know, concerned, a little more cautious, like a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like sensitive in certain ways that I am not. Yeah.
Was it fun inventing her and writing her?
Yes.
Because this
Yes.
is a completely different muscle you're flexing
Yes.
than the one that you flex everywhere else in your other like slivers of the pie chart.
This was the hardest thing I have ever done. This was awful. People, I'm going to say that out loud so that if you're out there and you're like, I'm going to write a book one day, pop that bubble. Pop that bubble. It's not you in a cozy room
It's
with
not.
like a typewriter and a mug. Like it's like open eyeball surgery while you're awake. It's really hard.
I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because there is a romantic idea of writing that exists in the non-writing public that has nothing to do with being on your third draft.
More like my 30th. My 30th draft. Like this book went through so many drafts and we changed like the person who acquired it at my publisher switched jobs in the middle, and so I had to work with a new person he had the option to like throw it in the trash or bring it, and he was like, I think that there's something here, but I need to see it like amped up. So it's like I had turned in what I thought was my perfect book. I had gone through the drafts, and then he was like, you gotta turn the heat up here. This is like a big book with big potential. Let's put more into it. And that was such a challenge. And that's why I know that the book is good. Because like it like no one passed this through because they were like, you have a following, like you could sell a book. I got put through the pasta machine. Like yeah.
How did you know how to punch it up? I mean, once you've already written it to what feels to you complete, full, good, and done, and then someone says, do more. No, did that feel daunting? What did you do?
I worked with someone on the book because like you said, this is my first book.
Yeah.
And I didn't know like structurally, like, or how to keep the story moving in certain parts. Like I collaborated with someone who was so helpful. So when feedback would come back like that, and I was like, but there's no other way to do it.
Totally.
She would help me find a way out.
I see.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Those edits are in service of a really good finished product. And so when you're done and you're holding your beautiful, darling book, you're like, worth it. But yeah, it's not romantic. You're not in a cabin with your steaming tea.
No, they need to start, right? They need to start doing campaigns about how writing is not romantic.
That's right. It's not. It's a job.
Yeah. It's a job. And your room is crazy and you've got all your Post-its and like your character notes and like everything is... you look like you've gone mad. I don't know.
You do. Yes. Yeah. It's like a perfect mind. And it's just, it's just chaos on the walls. And then also not to mention the fact that you have another job. And so the idea is when you sit down, you're like, guess what? I have 3 hours to write blank. There's nothing. You can't remember your character's name. There's nothing. There's no plot. There's no one. But then it will come to you in the middle of a meeting that you're leading.
Yes.
Where you're
and
like,
then, I'm like, and then I have to call my assistant and I'm like, can you please cancel this, move this? I'm really on a roll. I got to keep going. And she's like, you had 2 hours yesterday and an hour the day before. Didn't you write? And I'm like, no, I actually didn't write. I did anything else but write. Literally anything.
I didn't, but I have a very cleaned out front closet. So what else do you want to know, assistant? You wrote a scene that's relatable in the dressing room. And it's one that I don't think a woman on earth isn't going to be like, So I'd love to hear you talk about why it felt important to include that particular kind of emotional truth. So that while we still get to see Sunny like loving herself and enjoying herself and having sex and having fun and succeeding, that you also included all those feelings that we've grown up with in these bodies of ours.
Yes. I think it was important because I'm writing about a plus size character And I think that there is like a hesitation that comes sometimes for women who are not plus size and they're like, is this book for me?
Oh,
I think not a woman in the world, like you said,
yeah.
can doesn't know the feeling of standing in a fitting room where something won't pull up or you've ripped it and it's hot and the
Jeez.
lights are bad and the mirror is there and you cry
Yeah.
because
Yep.
you're not enough, you can't fit in the clothes, you start to punish yourself for whatever you've done that day, the day before. Why can't I blank? Why aren't I blank? You're not enough in that moment and you leave so defeated.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is what I wanted to bring people in the book so that they know this book is not about a particular body size.
Sure.
This is just a human
That's
experience
right.
that women everywhere understand.
100%. How many, because you have such a fun and vibrant and original social media presence and the bits that you do in stores and in like, not who wore it best. How do you
Supersize the look.
supersize the look?
Yeah.
Is so fun. And I'm curious if you pulled any details out of DMs, out of comments, out of like reader feedback that made it into the book, because you are now this collector of women's stories and moments. And did anybody be like ever tell you, oh my god, one time this happened to me, and you're like, boom, that'd be awesome in chapter 8?
I don't know that I have like specific moments from my interactions with people other than the collective conversations probably I've had around getting dumped, having the person who broke up with you say that it was
Totally.
because of your body,
Yeah.
like that energy, I think is definitely something that I address on the regular in the
For
DMs.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, having an online community of women is like having your
Yes.
own personal think tank.
Yes. It is.
It truly
It is.
is. Like
Yes.
it is a
And
wealth of knowledge.
I'm sure that you find this too, that they bring things into the conversation that you're like,
Always.
I never thought of that. What?
Always. Always.
Yeah.
They enrich it, they deepen
Yes.
it, they enliven
Yeah.
it, they expand it always, every time. I want to talk about Sunny's friendships, which
Yeah.
is a real strong theme.
Yeah.
The way in which you wrote the girls' friendship suggested to me that you know a lot about friendship. Do you know what I mean? It felt like, I'm like, this is coming out of real life. What's your experience been with girlfriends, particularly not the kind that we had in college, when we're
Sure.
20 and we live in a dorm, but
Sure.
like now we're grown.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear who inspired that, if anybody.
Yeah. I mean, your real friends at this age are the ones who pick you up off the floor.
That's right.
And I think that I was so lucky to have so many women in my life who came to help me at a time when I couldn't do anything. And I wanted to bring that into this book. Do you remember during the White Lotus season this year, there was a whole thing about female friendships? They're so toxic,
Oh,
female friendships, which
right.
is just like, and I hated all
That's
that
so
because
boring and tropey, and I find it untrue.
same. And because I was like, who gets you through life are your female friends. They are the
100%.
ones who are there for you. Like, okay, you want to judge Cheryl's decision one time, all right, but like when you need her, she's there for you, you know?
Oh my God, do I
Yeah.
know? Like
Yeah.
I got divorced 5 years ago, and I had been married
Right.
forever and ever. I'd been married for
Yeah.
26 years. And people are always asking me all the time, are you going to get remarried? Because I'm like in a kind of a serious relationship. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to get married again. I don't feel a driving impulse to get married again. I'm basically married to my friends. That my girlfriend, and they've said they've all been married a zillion years, but they're like, oh, I just, my girlfriends fill most needs that I have, and I have
Yeah.
this tiny little category of needs that the men can do. It's not that long. It's the friends. I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
I would not have made it. I can't. I
No.
don't even have an imagination for
Yeah.
what my divorce would have been like without them
Yeah.
scraping me off the ground.
And did you feel that even maybe people who you weren't in touch with every day? I don't know. I felt this way that like now these are new friends. Sunny has new friends in the book because her old friends aren't around. But my old friends who in my real life, when I was going through the divorce, even though maybe I didn't talk to them every day or I didn't see them all the time, they showed up, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel that way. There are some relationships that maybe you're not going to check in every day, but that if they needed you, you're on a plane.
God, it's so true.
Yeah.
I think women are the best. I think they're the best at everything. So that includes friendship.
Yeah.
And so anytime looping back to one of our earlier questions, you know, when it's that like woman on woman crime, which is also ubiquitous online, I always just think, oh, bless them. Like this says so much about you, like not really about me or you're talking about. Like you must be sad and you must be lonely and you must not have really good friends, because none of the women that I have selected to be in my inner circle behave like that ever.
No.
And so
I like that. I like bless them.
bless them. We always say bless and release, but go with God, go on your journey, be well. This isn't going to stick to me. So I'm curious, having now written a whole ass novel, what did you learn about yourself? Did you finish this process and go, here's something I now know about myself that I did not know before? But it could be good or bad. It could be like real or funny, or maybe both.
I would say I really have a hard time revisiting work that I think I did with all my effort.
Oh my God, I would too. I've never written a novel, but if someone came back to me and said, we need to rewrite the back half, I would shit my pants.
I really, because I'm like, what? Because for Megababe, like it's like I have so many great people that I work with that I can put something out there and people are there, they support me, they catch it. And same thing with like my influencer business. It's just me, and I don't really have like a boss telling me something like you got to redo this. And so I had a hard time being told to like change things, redo things.
Editing sucks.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
It again, for the cozy novelists out there, it is, yeah.
Oh my God. I've said this before, but I've written a lot of books, and mine are on nonfiction, but still they get edited like within an inch of their lives. And I have this process that I have learned that I have to employ. For me, the first round of edits are the worst. The developmental edits, the big ones, the big sweeping. It's not like this word is misspelled. It's like this chapter's wrong.
Yeah.
So my process is that I get those edits and I'm like, I need to be in a calm state of mind. I need to, I'm going to self-regulate. I got to do a meditation. And I will read every single edit from beginning to end. So I don't respond to anything. I just go, how bad is it? How bad is it? I'm going through the whole thing. Just next. And at the end, I'm in full despair. I'm in complete despair. I absolutely hate my editor. I'm like, this is a bad person. She is a flawed, bad person. She doesn't know about books or reading or language. And I mean, I am in a spiral. And so I have to like shut my laptop. I know this about myself. And I need to take a very long walk, as long as my little legs can carry me. Long. I cry.
Oh, sure.
Oh, no, I let the tears come.
Sure.
I feel sorry for myself. I feel misunderstood.
Yes.
You know, nobody understands my genius. And I walk it out and then I'll sleep on it. And by the next morning, I'm like, she's not that bad, you know? Like, she's okay. You know, she's okay. I can see what she said about me saying the word million 24 times in the book, and not everything can be a million. All right. So I get there, but it's not the cozy story that you see on the shows.
Turning in your first draft may feel like that in the beginning, I think, because you think you've handed in the final work.
You can't wait to see their hand. This is so good. Yeah, this is so good. This is the best book I've ever edited, for sure.
Yes. So I think that is, I like your process. I'm going to
Thanks.
take that for my
Thanks.
next book. Will I write another book? I don't know.
Not, is it too soon?
It's too soon. We got to get this book out in the world.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Wait, when does this come out?
June 24th.
Yeah. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in it.
No, I'm crowning. Yes.
You are.
It's how I feel. I swear.
No,
to
I know.
God.
I know.
It's like the pressure and it's coming. And I'm like, can we just get there?
I know. I'm so excited for you. This part is actually kind of fun. It's a little
Yeah?
bit fun to release the book in the world. It's completely different energy. I mean, it's total different headspace. You like get to wear cute outfits, you know, and
I do like my clothes.
do some fun things, talk to some fun people. I don't know. It's just, it's fun until it's not. At the end of it, you're like, oh, Sunny side up, I hate it. Never knew her. Don't want to talk about it anymore. Don't read it or do read it. I don't care what you do. But
how do you deal with reviews? How do you deal with like the comments and the Goodreads?
Yeah, I'm sure people have told you this and they're all telling you the truth. For the most part, I'd just stay away from them.
Really?
Yeah, for the most part. So some people will force a good review right into your face. Great, read those. They text it to you, or it's just very clear and you can't avoid it. Read those and feel good about yourself. It's just some people don't like books. You know, it's like our editors. They're not good at books. And so I have just found for me, because I over-identify with what people think about me. I know this is my life's work to do better at this. It's my life's work to reverse those impulses to like please the people and be shiny and like have people like me.
I hear you.
So that is not helpful on my journey, because I can read really and truly 99 beautiful reviews. And it's that one really mean one that's real specific that I kind of agree with. You know what I mean? It was like a little thing I was scared of. And they found it.
You're like, they knew it. They saw it. They saw right through me, and I knew it. Yeah,
totally. I can still quote something from memory from like a decade ago. Is what I'm just saying is maybe just steer clear. Just let your friends and your family be like, you're a genius. This is the best novel that's ever been written. Just let it in. Let it in. Also, what good timing. June. Like, this is such a great summer book.
It's
so
a summer
fun.
beach read. We also made so Sunny, she makes a swimsuit line in the book, and we made the swimsuits from the book so that you can buy them IRL.
What?
Yes. I wanted, because as I was writing this, I was like, God, I want these suits. And so I was like, who can I make suits with? Let's make let's make the line. So I contacted the owner of this brand called Kitty and Vibe, and she's like a small business person. And so we started in the fall, and like, I mean, we were like up to the second, like getting these suits done. Like, it was really crazy, but we got them done, and they're so cute. And they're out now. Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I missed that somehow. That is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
I know. I think I'm saying I know because I think it's so cute too.
Yes.
Because we made like, suits with tomatoes and like just everything that I was describing in the book. I was like, I want these suits. Why don't we have these suits?
Oh my gosh, that is so great. Okay. On that note, as we wrap it up here, tell the people. Obviously, they can get this wherever. Do you have a preferred place you love people to get this, or what's the deal? And then where can they find those suits? Where's the links? Where's the things? And where do you want them to follow you and find everything that you do? Okay.
I want them to follow me at Katie Sturino on Instagram. You can find Megababe at Target, Ulta, and Walmart. And you can buy Sunny Side Up wherever books are sold, wherever you want to get them. Get it from the library, get it secondhand. I don't care. Just read it. And Kitty and Vibe. That is where you get the suits.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
God, what a good idea.
Thank you.
What a good idea you had in your head. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm delighted for you. And I hope you have such a fun time launching this book.
Thank you.
It's fun to put good things into the world right now. You know,
that's how I feel about this is like, it's so heavy out there. Yeah. It's just a nice little break. Yeah. And it's like helpful and fun.
Everything.
And like, hopefully you'll laugh.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like I am just craving I am craving things like this right now.
Yes.
That are joyful and funny and delightful and also good. This is good for our brains as we are constantly deprogramming from the body shit. Yeah. So,
and I hope it's in there like broccoli and a brownie. Like I hope it's not like
it's sprinkled. That's right. Yeah. It's camouflaged. That was good. Like broccoli and a brownie. I hope you say that in another interview because that's a good.
I will. I got to take a note now.
That's good. All right. Fantastic. Cheering for you. Okay. I'm delighted. I'm going to send it out to all my people, and I hope it smells 1 billion copies. My editor would put an asterisk. We don't say billion all the time. It's too much hyperbole. I'm like, what's too much? I've never found it. Never found the bottom. So
it's so great to see you, Jen.
You too,
Thank you
Katie.
so much.
Thanks. All right, you guys. So fun time, right? She's a fun time. She is. I love what she's doing in the world. And there's so much more. If you're not following Katie online, you really need to. So if you go over to Jen Hatmaker under the podcast tab, I'll have this whole show up for you. If you want to share this episode, I'll have the show notes and all of it. But I'll also link to Katie's stuff, her books, her spaces, her socials. You will really, really, this is a person that you will be glad is in your feed, if she isn't already. And so also while you're over there, if you would like to leave a voicemail for us about this episode, do it. There's a send voicemail button and you can just say whatever you want to say. What you heard today, something that you've thought, what you've worked through in your own like body journey, any response at all that you had to this conversation or you want to add to it. We love those and we listen to all of them. And then as you know, we do listener submission episodes where we compile a bunch of these and play them on the show and respond to them. And so thank you for all of our listeners who've been leaving us voicemails. That has been one of our like favorite new things on the pod for sure. So thank you for being here. Thank you for reviewing and rating, but primarily thank you for subscribing. That is so good for shows. If you haven't done it, it'll take you 5 seconds wherever you listen to your podcast. So, all right, you guys, on that note, I'll see you next week.